bankruptcy.
A stunning fall.
Major filing for bankruptcy now at the fastest rate since 2020.
In recent times, the world of finance has witnessed some alarming trends. The collapse of major banks has become more than just a possibility, it's a looming threat. This discussion will delve into the precarious situations faced by 6 major banks, the challenges they are confronting, and the potential ripple effects on the economy. 1. Comerica Bank, 2.55. Comerica, based in Dallas, is one of the 6 banks that credit ratings firm Moody's recently placed under watch for a possible downgrade. The bank is facing cracks that are becoming increasingly evident in its system. One of the key issues is a significant amount of unrealized securities on its books. These unrealized securities are assets that have decreased in value but have not been sold. This creates uncertainty and risks associated with the bank's financial health. Additionally, CIBC has lower capitalization compared to the previous year. This means it has less of a financial buffer to absorb potential losses or financial shocks. Furthermore, a larger portion of its deposits exceeds FDIC insurance thresholds. This means that a significant portion of customer deposits might not be insured if the bank faces severe financial trouble. This places the bank at risk of facing liquidity constraints and substantial withdrawals by depositors. Megan Fox, a senior analyst at Moody's, notes that these circumstances could make CIBC more vulnerable to rapid substantial withdrawals by depositors, potentially requiring asset sales to meet these demands. In essence, CIBC is facing several challenges that are increasing its risk profile. 2. Ally Financial, 0.49. Ally Financial, formerly known as GMAC, operates as a digital bank and serves as a major auto lender, primarily for General Motors and Stellantis auto dealers. However, Ally Financial finds itself in a precarious position in 2023, facing a dual challenge. Firstly, rising interest rates have put significant pressure on the bank's balance sheet. As interest rates increase, the value of existing bonds and mortgage-backed security decreases. While most bonds become more attractive when interest rates drop, leading to increased demand and higher bond prices, the opposite occurs when interest rates rise. This dynamic has led to a significant drop in market capitalization for Ally Financial, surpassing 80% in some cases. Secondly, the bank is excessively exposed to the negative effects of higher interest rates, particularly in its auto lending business. As interest payments rise, Ally Financial's situation is worsened by an increase in deposits at a time when interest rates are also on the rise. This means that the nearly $29 billion invested in generating lower returns than the current rate offered to depositors. Additionally, there's a slowdown in its auto lending business, with growing credit risk as more loans become problematic. Delinquencies account for 1.9% of total auto loan originations, marking a 70% basis point increase year over year. The rise in delinquency rates among loans originated within the last 12 months is concerning, indicated that consumers' true credit quality might not be as positive as Ally Financial believes. 3. Key Bank, 4.20. Key Bank, a regional bank operating in various parts of the United States, is currently facing a significant financial strain. Delinquency rates at the bank are heading in an unfavorable direction, which has led to lower profits. Recently, Key Bank has witnessed a significant decline in quarterly profit, plummeting by 50% compared to the same quarter the previous year. Furthermore, the bank's credit loss provision saw an astounding 271% increase, surging to $167 million for the quarter, a stark contrast to the $45 million recorded in the corresponding quarter a year ago. In addition to these challenges, Key Bank's net interest income also took a hit, experiencing a substantial drop of nearly 11%. Specifically, it amounted to $986 million for the quarter ending on June 30th, in sharp contrast to the $1.1 billion reported during the same period in the previous year. These financial developments highlight the significant hurdles the bank currently faces. Furthermore, net income from ongoing operations attributed to common shareholders was reported at $250 million or 27 cents per share, as opposed to $54 million or 54 cents per share from the previous year. These factors collectively have prompted investors to start offloading the stock, leading to a substantial 44% decline over the past year. 4. Truist Financial Corporation, 5.39. Truist Financial Corporation, based in Charlotte, North Carolina, is another super-regional bank facing significant challenges. The bank is poised to encounter liquidity problems and heighten exposure to financial losses in the forthcoming quarter. In the first half of 2023, the bank's shares underwent a 30% drop, as reported by data compiled by S&P Global Market Intelligence. By the end of the first quarter, Truist held unrealized bond losses amounting to nearly $20 billion. CEO Bill Rogers acknowledged a drop of around 2% in deposits for the quarter, which can be attributed to quantitative tightening, a process where the Federal Reserve reduces its balance sheet, subsequently leading to the withdrawal of deposits from the system. Rogers admitted that this deposit pressure is likely to impact revenue on a quarter-to-quarter basis. In terms of financial performance, Truist experienced a 2.8% decline in net interest income and an 8 basis point drop in net interest margin. These declining profits could potentially compromise the company's ability to withstand a low double-digit increase in delinquencies or a sudden surge in outflow rates. These two factors were the main drivers behind the Silicon Valley Bank crisis. In summary, Truist Financial Corporation is currently facing significant financial strain and needs to navigate carefully through the upcoming quarters to ensure its stability. 5. Pacific Premier Bank Corp. 6.38. Pacific Premier Bank Corp., based in Irvine, California, is a full-service commercial bank with branches spanning across California, Nevada, and Arizona. Its origins trace back to the early 1980s, when it began as a small community bank. Gradually, it expanded and currently boasts assets valued at $21 billion, accompanied by a robust capitalization of $2.17 billion. This growth highlights its journey from humble beginnings to becoming a significant player in the banking industry, serving diverse communities and regions across the western United States. However, the situation dramatically changed after regulators scrutinized its financial resilience following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Pacific Premier Bank's expenses have surged, along with the potential of credit losses in 2023. Notably, deteriorating asset quality and unfunded commitments within the loan portfolio are affecting credit loss provisions for the third quarter. While the banking sector is bracing for the impact of rising delinquencies, Pacific Premier Bank appears inadequately prepared to handle potential profit losses, placing it at risk of becoming the next casualty. 6. Zion Bank Corporation 8.52. Zion Bank Corporation, headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah, is facing significant financial instability. Throughout the year, the bank has encountered substantial challenges, including a substantial downturn and mounting pressure on its financial performance. Elevated credit costs, securities impairment, and valuation losses have put considerable strain on the bank's credit ratings and financial flexibility. In essence, Zion's bank is grappling with a range of complex issues that have eroded its stability and financial resilience. These issues include rising credit costs, marked down securities, exclusion from goodwill, and the adverse impact of a steep stock market decline. The downgrade in its credit ratings underscores the severity of its financial predicament and raises questions about its ability to fulfill its financial obligations. The road ahead for Zion's bank remains uncertain, and its efforts to overcome these challenges will be closely monitored by industry experts and investors. If even a few of these banks were to fail, it could set off a domino effect, potentially resembling the financial crisis of the 1930s. This underscores the possibility of an impending financial crisis that could arise sooner than anticipated, leaving us all ill-equipped to cope with its aftermath. It's essential to closely monitor these developments as they unfold, as they have the potential to reshape the financial landscape and have far-reaching consequences. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.